This iconic place in Cambodia is one of the greatest wonders of the ancient world. This temple complex is so massive and so mysterious, it leaves you in awe of what humanity once built. In this video, we take you on a journey through time exploring three of Angkor's most iconic sites: the grand and sacred Angkor Wat, the incredible Bayon Temple with its smiling faces, and the legendary jungle-covered Ta Prohm, better known as the Tomb Raider Temple. Join us as we uncover the magic of these ancient ruins.
Good morning from Angkor Wat. We just watched the sunrise. You can still see it rising a little bit there in the back, and it was just magical.
This is a bucket list activity that we've been so excited to do and definitely lived up to expectations. It was incredibly magical.
So
amazing.
cool.
We did have to wake up super early, which we highly recommend. We are not morning people, but we are here at 5 a.m. and we got front row seats and it was amazing.
And you could tell just a few minutes later there were so many people coming.
Yeah, there were a lot of people.
Yes.
So, even if you're not a morning person, definitely wake up early. It's completely worth it. But now we have a guide, and he's going to take us around and show us the main temples. We're excited to learn more and see this beautiful site.
Yeah.
Let's go. Angkor Wat is the largest religious monument in the world, stretching over 400 acres of intricate carved stone and sacred ground. It is so significant that it appears on the national flag and draws millions of visitors each year.
Something that I actually did not know before researching Angkor Wat is that this is a Hindu temple. It was built as a Hindu temple at the beginning, and there's 3 levels. So the first level is hell, the second level is earth, and the third level is heaven. So we are just exploring the first level, and there are very intricate carvings in the stone. It used to be actually painted in red. So that must have been very colorful.
It's so magical. We just walked through the 1000 Buddha gallery, and it's really interesting because a lot of them actually don't have heads anymore because they either got stolen during different colonizations and also are put into museums, but it's still truly incredible. And there's 4 pools in the 1000 Buddha gallery, and just around the corner there is the biggest library. I just honestly don't have words. It's truly magical. And it is quite busy, but you kind of go off in different areas. Right now, here where I am at the library, there is nobody here. So, it comes in waves, but it doesn't take away from the beauty. What a magical way to start with the sunrise. And now just walking around, our guide is incredible. It's so amazing to learn so much. It's the best way to do it. I highly recommend getting a guide because you learn so many different things.
So when you walk up on the second level, which is earth, in the hallways, oh my god, it's still very early in the morning, in the hallways, there's not a lot of detail. So they used this area here to meditate, so you want to avoid any distraction. So in the hell level, in the first level, where there's all the wars depicted, a lot of detail, and apparently the next level we're going to be visiting is even more detailed. But those celestial...
They're amazing. The celestial dancers, there's 1,800 of them with 37 different hairstyles, and they are so detailed and so fascinating to see the different expressions and the different hairstyles. It's one of my favorite things. Walking around, we were blown away by how well preserved everything is. Everywhere you look, there's something that makes you stop and think about how incredible it is that it's still standing here today, 900 years later.
Are you excited to
go to heaven?
Let's go to heaven. The stairs look very steep.
I also have to watch where you're going. I'm going to sprain an ankle.
Yeah, I know. So they only allow 100 people up there at one time. And
time limit of 15 minutes.
Exactly, yeah. And I can see why, because it's actually way more narrow up there.
Yeah.
But apparently you have amazing views.
This level was a sacred space, accessible only to the king and high priest in ancient times. The steep staircase leading to the top symbolizes the difficult path to enlightenment. Walking through this level feels like stepping into another world.
These towers are so intricately carved. It is insane. The details Wow.
It's crazy to imagine them building this. It's so fascinating. And what's really interesting is that they actually got all the stones from the mountain and they used, 4,000 elephants
Something
to
like
carry
that.
them
Yeah.
over. So and the engineering of this temple is very, very unique.
It is early 12th century, so that's like 1,000 years ago, and they built something like this, perfectly centered in the universe. So same as the Chichen Itza ruins, actually. So yeah, I can't.
Yeah, their
it's-
knowledge about like the
Wow.
solar system
Yeah.
and how they use that when building things is really, really interesting. I can't even imagine that this has been here for so many years
Yeah.
and how incredible structure they built.
Yeah, insane. And our guide Sam actually told us the way they transported the stones. They drilled some holes in it and they put some wood, like a special wood. I don't know which type of wood, but they also then wetted this and it expanded, and that's how they kind of like tied it to the wood and carried the stones or like dragged the stones for so many kilometers.
The sun is
Wow.
shining so nice on the towers. It looks incredible.
Yeah,
The heat is coming though.
yeah, it is a little bit after 8 a.m. and I am already sweating like crazy.
It feels like it's a lot later, but that's
It's-
because we woke up at 4 a.m.
Exactly, and it is going to get 39 degrees Celsius today.
Yeah, yeah.
Whew, one of the hottest days so far. I'm not complaining.
No.
We had rain in Malaysia for a few days, so I'm happy that
Yeah,
we had
it
some.
wouldn't be as great exploring it if it's like pouring. So I will take the heat, and the sun. From up here, you can see the entire layout of the temple, perfectly aligned with the sun. And it's only then that you truly grasp how massive and intricately designed Angkor Wat really is. After taking in the beauty of Angkor Wat, we hopped in our tuk-tuk with our guide and made our way to the second temple of the day.
We're now entering Angkor Thom through the Tonle Gate back there. That's the south gate. There's 5 gates actually surrounding this temple complex of 5 acres, and there's 50 temples within it. Most of them are kind of destroyed, but the one that we will be exploring, the Bayon Temple, is amazing and really beautifully restored.
This temple has over 200 smiling faces, and I have no words. It's incredible. What's really interesting is that there's a whole wall depicting so many different stories. J7, which was the king who created this temple, wanted the next generation to remember all the details. For example, for them winning the war against the Cham, which attacked them. They're from South Vietnam, and they won the war, and there's a lot of depictions of this on the wall. And as well as about the daily life. It's incredible the amount of stories. You could spend so long looking at this wall. You have visuals about families in hospitals, at the market, families giving birth, getting married. It's like so many different things. It was really interesting to kind of go around and see what we were able to find. You can look at it for hours. And there are also so many more of those celestial dancers here as well, though they look a little bit different than the one at Angkor Wat.
Exploring this temple is honestly already one of the highlights. Angkor Wat was amazing. This one is like obviously not as big as Angkor Wat, but it is so impressive seeing all those smiling faces. Wow. And we just gonna walk like 2 steps and taking pictures.
We have a hard time
I don't know.
making progress because it's like,
It's-
this is an amazing angle.
Yeah.
This is an amazing angle. From this place you can see 3 faces. From this place you can see 4, and this and that. It's
It
just,
is just wow.
yeah.
We're definitely slower than the average person here,
Yeah.
100%. But I don't mind it.
But make sure
It's
you
just-
allocate a lot of time.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yeah. The last stop of the day is Ta Prohm, and this is really a good temple to visit around noon or 1 because there is so much shade and it is so hot right now. I'm so happy.
It's also known as the Tomb Raider
Yeah.
temple.
So in 2012, they filmed the Tomb Raider movie here. So I'm so excited to see that because like I saw the movie and like the scenery there, and like that's such a cool movie.
And the King J7 actually built this for a Buddhist university.
Yeah. Oh, the cicadas are waking up as well all of a sudden.
It really feels jungly now.
It's awesome. And that Buddhist university was actually built at around the same time as Cambridge. Really, really cool.
Yeah.
Like about like 800 years ago.
At its peak, the temple is home to over 12,000 people, including monks, dancers, and workers. The temple was dedicated to the king's mother, which is why it has a more peaceful feel compared to the others built for god and goddesses or war.
The entire region here with the temples is part of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and there are over 100 countries supporting and with the restorations here. And you can see it actually back there. They are just still working at 12:40 p.m. in the heat, working tirelessly, restoring the temples and keeping in shape. Because that area actually, so there's some trees here, they're called spont trees, and they are growing and taking over nature and kind of like growing into the buildings, and kind of like also make part of the buildings collapse. So it is an ongoing process, never ending, but it's so amazing.
It's really interesting to see them merge together.
Yes.
And how nature's taking over. Unlike the other temples, Ta Prohm has been left largely unrestored, with giant tree roots growing over crumbling walls, creating an eerie, magical atmosphere. It's one of the few temples where you truly feel like nature is reclaiming the ruins. Nature and history coexist here in the most dramatic way, and it's one of the most unforgettable sights.
What a fantastic day exploring Angkor Wat, Bayon, and the Tomb Raider Temple.
Our guide Sam told us this is his favorite, and I think it might just be mine too.
Yeah, it was the grand finale, honestly. The way that nature is taking over the temple is just so impressive.
It really feels like you're walking in a movie set, and actually once was a movie set.
It was a movie set, exactly, yeah.
It's truly amazing. We've had an amazing time, and this is not the last video here. We're gonna have another video about more temples.
Oof.
Honestly, there's just so much to see in the area. Like Siem Reap overall has over 200 temples. Like there is so much to see. So it's incredible.
Initially we actually wanted to explore even more temples, but the tour was so informative and we were learning so much about the history that we just decided to take more time and only explore 3 temples now, and then we're going to be exploring more temples later.
Which I think is the perfect amount. With the heat and everything, and you want to take your time and enjoy it and really learn and not rush through things, so we highly recommend doing these 3 in one day and getting a 3-day pass so you can do more and see more.
Exactly.
What an amazing time. Sam's been absolutely amazing. So much information we've learned, and we highly recommend doing the guide. We're going to put his WhatsApp number in the video description below if you want to use him. We recommend him highly. We've had an amazing time, and we can't wait to explore more of Siem Reap. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.